Okay. Now we're recording. So if you have somebody that couldn't hop on, we've got that. So yes, so lots of different things that we're going to talk about tonight, and I went over some of that, but we're not going to rewind. We're going to go ahead and keep going for the recording. So we're going to go ahead and hop in. My name is Shanna Kurtz. I'm from a little town in South Texas. I love that I get to have this conversation with you on a couple different fronts. The main one is that I'm a cancer survivor. I really believe that there are things that we can do to decrease our chances of getting major illnesses. And a lot of that we're going to talk about tonight and give you, kind of point you in the right direction. Let me preface this by saying I'm not a doctor, and I cannot, nor can this company, treat, diagnose, or any of that kind of stuff. But we can tell you stories. We can tell you what has worked for other people. We can talk about ingredients, and we can talk about what makes this company so different that is getting people results in a really short amount of time that makes them excited to tell you about it. So with that said, I'm going to go ahead and set up to share my screen. One second. Of course. Okay, now you can see what we're going to talk about. The company's name is Viseo. Why is this so important that somebody is saying, I know it's Christmas and I know you're busy and you're probably wrapping presents while we're doing this or baking or all the things. Why is this so important? Because this is something that you've not seen before, and it's so new. And, you know, whether it's the health side, you know, I talked to somebody on the phone today and she's like, yes, it's Christmas. But honestly, when you're not feeling good and you're not sleeping, or maybe you've got digestive issues, a week or 2 weeks from now is too long. People need this information now, you know. And then there's also the business side, which we're going to cover about that. Viseo, where dreams begin. If you don't have your health, you're not dreaming. You're not pursuing any of the passions that are put on your heart. I firmly believe that, you know, we just get into survival mode, and we want to get past survival mode. Nobody's living their best life in survival mode, waking up tired and exhausted and brain fog and putting on weight and no energy and pain and all of those things that are just commonplace. They don't have to be commonplace, y'all. They really don't. So with Viseo, next screen, what do you want more out of life? So, you know, like I said, you're coming at this from different directions. Maybe you're just wanting to feel better, and that's great. Maybe you're looking at another stream of income. Whatever it is, what do you want more out of life? Everybody wants more time. Like, you realize that you don't get that back. The time that you have with your little ones to take them to school and pick them up and just be fully present is a really short window. Ask anybody with an 18-year-old. They're going to tell you they wish they had spent that really precious time differently. More travel. I know there are people on this call who have already gotten to travel for free with this company. I am one of them. I've gotten to go on 2 cruises, and I look forward to more trips in 2020. Give more. You want to be a part of a company that truly has a heart for changing the world, and Viseo is doing that. In fact, I technically think we've impacted more people through what we're doing, which I'll tell you more about, than we have on the health and wealth side yet, which is really cool. And then more money. This goes without saying. Every financial advisor tells you, if you want to reach your goals, whether it's paying off debt, preparing for retirement, whatever it is, get another stream of income. The quickest way for you to do it is to get another stream of income. I've even seen statistics that if you needed an extra $1,000 in your budget every month, right? Like, in our minds, you're like, I'll just save and then one day I'll be ahead of the game. You would need $480,000 in the bank to have an extra $1,000 out of interest. I don't know about you, but it's going to be easier for me to go out and get another job or another stream of income or affiliate, kind of like what we are, to make up that $1,000 difference than it is going to be for me to save to $480,000. Okay, so what does this company have that's entirely different than things you've seen? My story, I know this really well because, like I said, I'm a cancer survivor. I went into the traditional workforce, brick and mortar business, did all those things, stumbled into a company like this where all of a sudden I was like, whoa, this little thing of sharing products at work with my friends and family is paying my mortgage and my car payment. There's something there. But because I was an accidental stumbled into it, I didn't really know what I was looking for. The company I was with had been around a really long time, and I was really late to the party about it. And you know, this is one of the, you see over here on the right timing. This is really big because nobody has heard about this. The state of Texas I think we have less than 2,000 people who know about this company. So if you've ever been one of those people that said, you know, if I could see something before everybody else, you know, like Amazon or Apple, or I had a teacher in 7th grade that had an opportunity to invest in Walmart and didn't, you know, so if you've ever been one of those people that said, if I could just get the right timing at something, well, stay with me because we're going to get through that. World-class leadership. This is really important. You want to be with somebody who knows what they're doing. Our founder has been a part of 2 other companies going to $1 billion. This is a really big deal. In the health and wellness space, there's about 45,000 companies and only 13 have gone to $1 billion. And our founder, who has come out of retirement, not because he needed the money, but because he wanted to impact the world, has already done that. And so you really want to be with somebody who has the right vision. Disruptive science and products. This is the most important thing. Without disruptive science and products, there's nothing to talk about. You know, I've had somebody try to have me look at what their products were, and I asked, you know, what makes your products so different? And they said, you know, they're all the same. No, they're not all the same. I'll show you that. We are not all the same. Nobody has done what we're doing before. It's a big deal. Generous rewards, this goes without saying, and a worthwhile cause, which we're going to hit more on here in a minute. Okay, Dallin Larson. This is the founder I told you about who's already been a part of 2 companies going to $1 billion. I want you to see there the Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year Award. This is not a network marketing or direct sales award. This is the same award that Jeff Bezos, who created Amazon. Anybody Amazon show up at their doorstep today besides me? He won this award. And Michael Dell from Dell Computers, just so you get an idea of the caliber of what kind of businessman you have an opportunity to partner with. A really big deal, the 2019 Top 50 Healthcare Companies Award. There's no other network marketing company that's ever won that award. In fact, if you research the winners of that award, they're all technology companies. They're companies who are bringing artificial intelligence and just radical technology to the healthcare field to help us get some really good results. That's the caliber that we're in. We've already done over $100 million in our first year. We are a debt-free company. I could go on and on about all the reasons that this company stands out above others. We also have Daniel Piku, who's the co-founder and president. You see Carrie Larson, Dallin's wife there. And then you see Dan Zhu. What's really important about that is in a minute, I'm going to tell you about how our company has an opportunity for you to be a part of global revenue share. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm in a small town in South Texas, population 6,000. So if you tell me there's a way that I can get a part of the profit sharing from all of the worldwide sales, including what we have in Asia, which we've already got 4 global offices in Asia, and you tell me there's a way that I can get a part of that money right here in my little small town in Texas, sign me up. We're going to talk about that. Okay, so let's get right down to what we're doing different, because I told you that we've got disruptive technology that nobody else has done. So what's the problem? Traditional supplements don't absorb. And it actually starts let me back up a little. You live in a world, can you agree with me, that you know that everybody needs to be supplementing? Everybody. Like your soils are depleted, we don't have the same nutrients in food that we had 20 years ago, 50 years ago, 100 years ago. You have to supplement. You know, used to, and this is kind of a little nerdy health stuff, used to, you know, just older people supplemented because as you age, your antioxidant levels decline. And so people start taking supplements as they age to make up for that. But now we live in a world where it's not that simple. I'm a cancer survivor because, I had an incurable cancer that they told me MD Anderson gave me 6 months to live. And luckily I had a mom who said, you know what, we're going to research and find out other ways to boost your immune system and try other things. And that's what we did. And 20 years later, I'm still here. So it's a very real thing to support your immune system and completely change it with supplementation. And so even kids now need supplementation. We know there's a lot of behavioral issues, skin issues. There's all kinds of things that are really rooted in nutrient deficit. So you need something to fill in those gaps. Now the problem is, like it says here, traditional supplements don't absorb. So we're taking supplements, but your absorption of them varies anywhere from 1% to maybe 20 to 30%. And y'all, this is just normal. There's no doctors that are gonna be shocked when you tell them this. They know this. You don't absorb everything that you put in. A lot of it just ends up in your toilet. You've seen the colored urine, right? And so you know that a lot of it's ending up there. But there was no other way, right? We have to supplement, and most of it goes down the toilet. So there we are. Until now. Viseo is introducing liposomal technology. And before you think this is something that we're making up and putting words out there, we're not. This is not trademarked. This is something that you can research on PubMed or Google Scholar or wherever your favorite research engine is. Make it a reputable one. And you can research liposomal technology that goes back to the discovery in the 60s. And what it does, the simple version, is that you're taking a nutrient and you're putting it inside, breaking it into small particles, putting it in a lipid, right? And then you're putting it in the body. So it's protected from the digestive tract, but you also absorb more, right? Because your fat cells are made out of lipids. Your cells are made out of lipids. Therefore, it's absorbing the whole thing and it's using it all properly. I could nerd out here for a really long time. What I want you to know is there's more on this. Ask whoever invited you to send you the liposomal advantage video. They do a much better job of giving you a visual of how this works. But I love that we're doing something that back in the 80s, they were talking about how it was the future of supplementation, that eventually we won't even supplement this way, like the old fashioned way. It's going to become obsolete. If I tell you for the same amount of money that you're spending on your multivitamin, you could be getting one that you're going to absorb more, which one are you going to do? Right? Same thing with your turmeric, same thing with your CBD, which we're going to get to. Sorry, my computer locked me out for a second. Okay, so liposomes you should be really excited about. Actually, let me back up one more second. What liposomes mean for you, if you don't want to research it and you don't want to know any of that and you're like, Shanna, nobody cares about that except you. This is the part you need to know. Liposomes means you feel it faster. Okay, so if you've been taking turmeric, this is common. Everybody, you read all the time, you should take turmeric, anti-cancer benefits, anti-inflammation of the digestive system. It helps with anxiety. It helps with sleep. It helps with regulating your blood sugar, on and on. These are not Viseo things. These are go research turmeric. The active ingredient is curcumin things, okay? So you can take that for months and months and months, but you may not feel better, but you're taking it because your brain is telling you somewhere you read that you should. But if you're taking something that's in a liposomal delivery, I will bet you, and if you're on here and you've tried any of our products and you can vouch for this, please be honest and share your story with us. Most people feel results in 3 to 4 days. Liposomes. How does that happen? Liposomes. Why does it not take a month, 2 months, 3 months? Liposomes. Okay. So for the average person, I want you to think liposomes mean I'm going to see results faster and not feel like I'm wasting my money every single month that I'm taking multivitamins or taking supplements and I don't see the difference. This is just that award again. Okay, so the product family. So maybe somebody pointed you to this webinar to talk about CBD, and we'll hit on a little bit of that. But I'm not going to hang out here all night. I'm trying to keep this quick because I know everybody has somewhere to be. So CBD, what you need to know is you have an endocannabinoid system. You have CBD receptors. Cool little fact, in the areas that your body has more inflammation, like think wrists, you have more CBD receptors. So no wonder it works for things like that, right? You want to be careful on things. I'll kind of hit this as we go from plant to package, product of the USA. That's ours. Why does that matter? Because a lot of it is getting imported from out of the country. And when we talk about absorption, CBD absorption is only 5 to 15%. So that's maybe one of the reasons why somebody will say, I've tried CBD, and maybe this is you. I've tried CBD and it didn't work. Well, you were only absorbing 5 to 15%. Which we'll get to. The problem is that if you're importing it from out of the country, there's a very good chance, in fact, there's lots of studies that people are doing because they're trying to find out what's really in these CBDs. Number one, a lot of them don't have CBD. Number two, they have things like pesticides, bacteria, and heavy metals. The problem is your body only absorbs 5 to 15% of the good stuff, but it absorbs that bad stuff much easier. So if you're taking a junky CBD, you're more likely to absorb the junk than the benefits. So that's pretty scary. Don't do that. If you're turning to plant-based things for medicinal, I can't say medicinal, for supplemental reasons, then you want to make sure you're using one that's actually going to be beneficial. Okay, patent protected. This has to do with the next line you see there, liposomal technology. So like we talked about, liposomes, we have a global patent on our liposomal delivery of CBD. This is a really big deal for the business aspect. Obviously, we have a worldwide patent. This is a really big deal, especially as the FDA catches up and starts regulating. They're gonna point to companies like us that are doing it right and doing all the testing, lab testing, everything. Our ingredients have fingerprints to them. There's no doubt about where our stuff comes from, all that good stuff. So THC free. This is an area that gets a little confusing because legally you can have up to 0.3% CBD and still be called THC free. The problem with that is somebody like me, genetics test, I know this, I don't detox properly, and so it can build up. Or if people aren't testing every single batch, it may not have what you think it has. So there's a lot of different factors. So this is why you hear those stories where somebody thinks they're taking a THC-free CBD and then they fail a drug test. Well, that's not what's going to happen with Viseo. We are literally 0.00%. Nobody's going to fail a drug test. If you need to see those, ask the person who invited you to add you to our educational group called CBD plus liposomes. And in there, they can tag you on all the drug tests. We've even had people take hair follicle tests. It's all in there. This is the one that the doctors are taking, the pilots, the DOT workers, your military. Lots and lots of people are taking, athletes, college athletes, professional athletes. Lots of people are taking it and can show you that it's THC free. This is important when you're giving it to pets and children, as well as most people. Organic compliant, non-GMO, and broad spectrum. These are all just kind of no-brainers that I'm not going to hang out on. Okay, what does it help with? Like I said, I mentioned a group called CBD plus liposomes. Please get in there, because I literally could speak all day long on I wrote down some of the things. I get to hear stories all day long. Yesterday, I got one from a friend who her stepdaughter started on CBD, added another product that we'll talk about called Neuro. First time she's been in the VIP group at school. I think she's 6, said that it's the first time she was able to focus and get her work done. When a child can articulate and say, I don't know what you gave me, but that was a game changer for my day, that's exciting. But I hear stories about IBS. We have somebody in here that shared an MS testimony that her lesions, for the first time in years, the scans of her lesions are decreased. This is a really big deal. People with Alzheimer's, you'll see videos of people taking CBD and the shakes literally stopping before your eyes. IBS, constipation, weight loss, energy, sleep, moles disappearing. You're going to hear it all in there. So go get in that group and just use the search feature and really spend some time here. But most people are turning to CBD because of anxiety, mood, relaxation, immune health. Like we say, CBD has a lot of side effects. They're just all good. I had a friend that started on it for pain, and a couple months later, she was off of antidepressants after 20 years. So get in there. There's also an audio file called The Science of CBD that'll cover all the ways that it supports the body. That'll give you a better idea of what to expect and how to take it. And so I won't spend too much time there. CBD is projected to be a $22 billion industry by 2022. That is conservative. Those numbers are 80 billion by, I want to say, 2027. 70% of Americans are projected to be on CBD, and they are all looking for someone that they can buy it from that they trust, and that could be you. The other products that we have, the CBD cream, I want to tell you one story about this. I had a friend that ordered the CBD oil and cream from me. She wanted the oil for anxiety, the cream for pain, and she called me after a month and said, hey, I actually haven't used the oil. I have anxiety about taking the oil for anxiety, which is fine. She ended up using the cream for her pain, and she said, Shanna, is it possible that the cream helped with my anxiety? Yes. How? Liposomes. She absorbed the CBD through the skin, and now her anxiety levels are down, which is really phenomenal. And then we have this one right here, Eternal. This is my favorite product. This has been a game changer for me. It's replaced a lot of things that I've taken over the years. It's a really powerful antioxidant. So right now, I just was around. We had a team get together a little over a week ago. There were 2 people there with the flu. More people from that party got the flu. I upped my Eternal. I upped several other things, and girl here did not get the flu, and I really say Eternal. It's got lots of immune boosting super fruits, mangosteen, which has anti-cancer properties and inflammation properties, anti-inflammation properties. It's got acai berry, goji berry. You've got your coenzyme Q10 for your heart, and glutathione. I'm going to pop to the next screen just for a second. Lots of benefits to glutathione. Energy, it slows down the aging process, reduces muscle and joint discomfort, strengthens the immune system, detoxifies the liver and cells, improves mental focus and clarity, improves quality of sleep, reduces the effects of stress, improves the skin, athletic performance and recovery. Pretty much everybody I know would benefit from glutathione. This shows you some of the diseases associated with low glutathione. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. You can research this. But this one product you can stick in your child's lunchbox. You want to take this at least once a day. It also has hydrolyzed collagen, so really great for the skin. Love that product. The Renew, this is for your joints, for inflammation. This is that active curcumin that you find in turmeric. This is equivalent of taking about 30 pills a day. Like I said before, if you've tried turmeric before because you read that you should, but you didn't feel any different, try this one. Game changer. I don't care if it's chronic back pain or mine was inflammations of my wrist. I don't even have to take full doses anymore. I'll just take it occasionally when I think about it. Because when you take things like CBD and Renew, you're actually, and I shouldn't say CBD and Renew, CBD and turmeric, the ingredients, I can talk about the ingredients. When you take things like that, there's actually science that proves it reduces inflammation. It doesn't just mask it like a prescription, it truly heals it, which means you should expect to be able to decrease your doses of these things after time. Sleep, this is a great product, just it squirts in your mouth. Same thing as Renew, it's like consistency of olive oil. I love, after many years of taking lots and lots of pills, I love that we have things that aren't pills. So sleep, you want to take 15 to 30 minutes. You want to take it already lying in bed. It's going to help you go into that deep REM sleep that puts you out through the whole night. The best part is you're going to wake up tomorrow, next morning, probably earlier than usual, perkier, with more energy. None of that like sleep hangover that you get from prescription meds, none of that stuff. This is also a key factor in weight loss, which I'll talk about a little bit more tonight just because we're going into the new year. We've got this brain product called Neuro. Lots of great stuff in here. This is the product that my friend used for a child that she's trying to keep off of ADHD medications. Lots of stories in the CBD plus liposomes group about children avoiding those kind of heavy prescriptions because of using Neuro and CBD oil. So definitely check those out. I use it every day for just gets rid of brain fog. It just helps you dial in. There's ingredients in here that if you lived in Europe, you would be prescribed that for dementia and Alzheimer's. So when I talk about brain food, I mean like heavy hitters, really powerful brain food, but safe enough for children. You can open the capsule and put it in their food super easy. Detox, this is our detox product. Detoxes your organs like your liver, your lungs, your lymph. It also helps pull out heavy metals, and it has digestive enzymes. So it's a lot of our products, you'll see it's a small product line because we multitask. And nobody has time. Nobody's got time to take 30 different things a day. This really puts a lot of things into one, which you're going to keep seeing as we keep going here. These last four are part of our weight loss line: the Detox, the Vtox, the V-Slim, the V3, and the Core. V-Slim has, I'm trying to think if I added another slide in here to kind of show you a little more about V-Slim. I will. V-Slim boosts your metabolism, curbs your appetite. It has ingredients in there that have clinical studies attached to them that it burns visceral fat. The part that you should get excited about is there's people that have done our weight loss system, those 4 products, do not change their diet and do not work out and lose weight. Okay, especially that hard to burn belly fat stuff. So if you're looking for something to start the new year off on, this system is, I want to say, around like $275 for everything you need right there to get started and not having to change your diet. Although as a health person, I'm going to tell you, you should, once you have more energy and start feeling better and you're sleeping better, definitely add in better diet choices and exercise. That goes without saying. If you're just trying to survive, you're like, girl, just let me feel just a little bit better and I'll do exactly what you're saying. Okay, so V3, this is our energy drink. This is a little green tea. There's no synthetic anything in any of our products, no synthetic sugars, none of that. So it gives you a nice, good, sustained energy. People always ask, Shanna, what are you on when you're giving your presentations? I'm like, V3 and Neuro. Those 2 things are my game changer. And I actually took an Eternal right before I hopped on tonight just because it's really good for endurance. And I just want my brain fueled all the ways. So V3 also helps with replacing electrolytes, and it has aminos that help with mood. So multitasking product there. You'll love it. It's a kiwi strawberry flavor. I drink 2 to 3 a day. I love them, love them, love them. I do no coffee because it's acidic. And acidity is kind of the root of all disease and inflammation. So I don't play that. I don't start my day with coffee. I don't start off on the wrong foot. And then last but not least, we have this product called Core. This replaces your multivitamin. It's got an enzymatic delivery. So people notice this on the day you take it. You'll feel your brain more fueled, your body more fueled. It's got your vitamins and minerals, of course, your phytonutrients, like you're taking your greens, even though you didn't have to eat your greens, your probiotics, your omegas, digestive enzymes. I'm sure I'm forgetting some other things, but it just replaces everything. One little packet. You can throw that in your purse, throw it in your lunchbox, whatever you need to do, and to get one of these a day, and you're just getting everything. There's also folate in there, which is really important for young women because folic acid we don't absorb quite right, but that's a whole nother conversation. I'll do a different pedestal for that. Okay, right now I want to talk a little bit about our weight loss system. I told you about the V3, V-Slim, Core, and VTOX. Together, I want to talk about why this is really important. A lot of times people talk about plateauing with their weight, and they like maybe just can't, like they're doing the right things, but they're not losing the weight. Detox. Our VTOX product is really important. Here's why. If you, your body doesn't self-harm, okay? It's designed not to self-harm. So your body also stores toxins in your fat cells. So if you have toxins in your fat cells and your organs are full of toxins, it will not release that fat cell. It's like, no way, Jose, that's going to make you sicker, and we're not doing that, okay? But if you take a our VTOX product, and that helps lighten the load of toxins, then your fat cell says, you're actually, those organs are looking pretty good. I'm going to let this guy go. Boom. And then your body can filter him out. So start adding that VTOX to it is really important. The core is the cornerstone of your nutrient deficiency. So that's really important. And then V-Slim curbs your appetite, boosts your metabolism. It makes it so it's not a meal replacement, but it makes it so you just push away from your food. We have 2 flavors, the blueberry pomegranate, which our company is going to move forward with just that flavor. And so we have a blowout sale on the V-Slim. I think it's through a couple more days. 75% off. Y'all, this is a huge, huge savings. It puts it at around $30. So I just bought 8 bags because I'm like, I absolutely want all the benefits that we talked about for a fraction of the price. Yes, yes, yes. We also have a skincare line coming out. This is, I'm not gonna spend a lot of time here. Just know we've partnered with Warren Buffett on this. It's been 2 years in the making. It's made in Spain, which means our ingredients are top notch because they're ingredients that you can't use in Spain that you can use in the US. So I love that. They're gonna be super clean, really powerful with clinical studies attached and patents on these ingredients that are in a liposomal delivery. It doesn't get any better than that. So that's a way that our company is gonna grow a new market in 2020. Okay, the gig economy, just really quickly, workers have tend to start side gigs. I know I have lots of people in my life that are doing side hustles and making things and working a side job, and that's great, but you're still trading hours for dollars. We're talking about tonight residual income, where you point somebody to our website, and every time they order or they share with somebody and they order, you get paid. That's powerful. It's residual income. I love it. It's called mailbox money, however you want to look at that. Sorry, excuse me. And it's definitely something to look at. We live in a world where people are wanting to work from home. More companies are allowing to do that. So people are wanting more of a flexible job. This is what we're looking at. Okay, pre-momentum, first movers advantage. Like I said, there's less than 2,000 people in Texas that know about this company. We're less than 2 years old. We're debt-free. Y'all, you're not going to find another company that does over $100 million a year that's debt-free in year 2. Not happening. It's really, really a powerful opportunity. You're getting to see it before everybody else, and that has value. Don't believe me? You can check out some quotes from Grant Cardone. Amazing things are happening with Viseo. They're building a big brand. Don't sit still. Kevin O'Leary from Shark Tank. It's amazing to see what's happening. I don't care what business you're in or what sector. This kind of growth is spectacular. Maria Ramirez, with the millions of new people entering the gig economy, coupled with the expected growth in the CBD market, no company is better poised to create a significant global market share over the next several years than a company called Viseo. We get paid a lot of different ways. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here. I'm trying to give y'all the short, almost Christmas version. Customer bonus sales. We got product introduction bonus. Basically, there's a lot of ways you get paid, but it's really simple how you share. You can just send people to your website and the company will send you a thank you check on the difference between retail and wholesale. Or you can get started with some products on hand and help the company get products out because we know that they work, hence why you're even on this call, because somebody has a powerful testimony. If you haven't heard it, go ask them for it. I can guarantee you whoever has sent you here is floored by what these products have done and can't keep their mouth closed because of that. So go ask them about that. Team commissions, I'll show you on the next screen. Matching bonus. This is just... it just goes to show you that we support each other and we move as a team because there are incentives. The company incentives many of us to help each other. Rank bonuses. Number 6, global leadership. I mentioned this earlier, so I don't want to fly past this one. This is where we take 3% of the global revenue. We put it in a pot, and whoever hits the rank of gold and above gets a profit share of that. This is true residual income, okay? Really amazing that Dallin offers this in a lot of companies. You've got to be in the upper echelon. Gold is not, we had 3 new golds on our team this week out of a small town in Texas. So it's very doable. Lifestyle trips. Okay, so this I was talking about. I just spend a little bit more time here. I want you to see the difference between what you've seen before. In a lot of companies, you work alone. Like that's the truth. A lot of these things, you get invited to look and then you're on your own and it's a hope and a prayer that you take off and figure out what you need to do. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about mentorship. We're talking about team, people working as teams. We're talking about plugging you into systems that have already created 7-figure earners in less than 2 years. That's what you have access to. Why? Well, look at the system. It's so different than what you've seen before. In a lot of companies, it's unilevel. So you sign one person up, hope and pray they take off. Another person, you keep going. In a small town, those people on the front line are all competition. That don't work for small towns, right? But what you're seeing here is a binary. This is where it gets really exciting. This is where your leaders are incentivized to help you to infinity. So let's say this is you up here at the top, and you've got a person, actually I'm gonna tell you my story. I signed up at the top, I've got my friend on the left over here, my friend on the right, put them in right away. My friend on the right says, hey, I'm gonna try these products, I'll check back in a month. He checks back in a month and he says, Shanna, who's all these people on the right? Well, like you see here, when I signed up, I had one on the left, one on the right. I put another one under the left, another one under the right, another one under the left, another one under the right. Next thing you know, those people are looking up and they're saying, who are all these people under here? We're building teams together. And so I tell my friend over here on the right, and I say, look, you're going to be paid on all that volume I placed underneath you. All you have to do is go build your other leg. The company repays you for having 2 teams, one on the left, one on the right. It's really, really simple. It's not complicated. You know 2 people who need better health, who need some of the products that we've talked about, or you know 2 people who desperately need another stream of income. The average American cannot handle an extra $500 expense this month. Guarantee it. That's what the bankruptcy statistics show. So show somebody a way that they can make an extra $500 or $1,000 a month. They're going to want to listen. They're probably open to that. If you just say, hey, are you open to another stream of income? Just checking. Very likely they're going to say, yeah, I'm open. And you can send them a video or invite them to something like we did here tonight. And I am recording this, so if you have somebody you want to see it, we can forward it on. This, I just want to show you that gold is not a high rank. I told you that. This is where you get the 3% revenue share. There's a way to up that to 5%. I'm going to show you here coming up on our team that's less than a year old here in Texas. Texas just had their first regional. We are in all states in the U.S., and we're in Canada and breaking into other markets as well. So you can grow your team really big and all across the country. And because we're doing webinars like this, you're not limited to who's just on your block. Don't wait, start today. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. You want to enroll and place an initial order. Okay. So if you are interested in the financial side, and if you want to know more about that, reach back to whoever you talk to. I'm happy to share my financial story, as well as they're probably going to point you to someone as well. You're going to want to place an appropriate order. If you're looking at it from a business standpoint, I highly recommend you to look at one of the foundation packs. Number one, it helps you get enough products that you can try them and get your health results. Remember, it's a system. There's not, you probably don't need one product. You probably need a couple, and your husband probably needs a couple others, and your mom needs a different. So doing the foundation, this assortment pack has a lot of benefits. There's also this one over here that's the CBD 8 boxes, which is 16 bottles and 5 creams. The cool thing about this is if you come in on that, I'm going to hop to the next one. There's a way that you can turn around and resell that and get your money right back. So there are people who are like, oh my gosh, I really need a business real bad. And they take money or put it on a credit card, or even ask me or somebody about PayPal credit and how you can do that with 6 months, no interest. And they come in and they buy their foundation pack of CBD oil, and they go and they make their money back by selling it. The cool thing about that is if you're trying to grow an income from sharing this with people, do you think it's quicker if you go get 2 customers this week, or if you go get 20 customers this week, or 20 this month, right? The quicker you get product on the street, because our product works, the quicker people are reaching back out to you. One of 2 things: either, hey, how do I reorder that? Or number 2, they're going to be like, hey, so my mom wants some, my grandmother, my sister, my next door neighbor, my coworker, my cousin, can you please help? They're asking how to get this. And then you have somebody that you can share with them about how to make another stream of income. So definitely worth. Right now, we have $135 off until midnight tonight, which is one of the reasons we came out and did this tonight, because this is going away. $135 off means $135 in your pocket on top of what you're already getting, which is a lot of free product anyway. So definitely it's something worth looking at. Okay, number two. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna back up one more thing I didn't mention. I told you that you can grow that 3% to 2%. The company is rewarding everybody in this founders phase, right? You get to be a founder if you come in on a foundation pack and help us get product on the street. We know our products work. We know they're disruptive. We know they change people's lives very quickly. The only way we can prove that is by getting those products to our family and friends and spreading the word. So the company, for anybody who comes in on a foundation pack, will get a 2% a foundation bonus attached to their account. So when you hit gold, not only do you get the 3% global revenue share, but you get another 2% that they've put aside. 1% is global, 1% is regional, and you get that as well on your check. So it's a way for you to just get more of that residual income that we talked about that is just what we're all after. Number 2, enroll in the loyalty convenience program. If you're just wanting to do products, you can do that, and this is where you're picking what you're wanting to take. Or number 2, you're seeing this as a business opportunity. This is what you're going to order every month. This is you're going to eat it and drink it. It's your overhead. It's about $120 a month. It's not a big deal. And then number 3, you're going to become a star and a star maker. I want to back up one more thing. Sorry, I'm going really fast and I'm leaving a couple things out. This is important even if you want to be on the products for a little bit and get your bearings, because remember I told you about the inherited volume that gets placed underneath you. As long as you're placing an 80-point order, which you're going to eat and drink, or maybe you're reselling it and putting the money back in your pocket, as long as you're making an 80-point order every 28 days, those points bank indefinitely. And so then when you're like, okay, now I'm ready to go with this, you may have one leg already built and then you can build the other. So that's when you're on a fast growing team, and we are, you get advantages like that. It's not always going to be like that, but when we talk about looking at this before everybody else and having an opportunity in those placements, it is something that we get to talk about right now. Become a star maker. Very simply, you sign up, you find somebody to bless on the left and find somebody to bless on the right, and then you go to your person on the left and say, who can I help you bless? And you do the same with them. You do that over and over again, and you have a really strong residual income. Support tools. This just goes to show you how legit we are. I love that we have this Viseo app. This is an app that in other companies you would pay about $30 a month to have access to. You don't need to know all the things about the products or the compensation plan or any of those things. When you join for $49, you're going to get a welcome kit and also access to this app. You're going to download it first thing. Everything you need in there. Somebody wants an enrollment form, send it. Somebody wants to know the CBD, science of CBD audio file, send it. Somebody wants to know the difference between marijuana and hemp. They're not the same. Send it, right? So everything you need to know. You don't need to be an expert in this business. The people who move the fastest are the ones who are like, I don't need all the answers. I just need to be able to point somebody to the person who has them. So that's what we're set up to do. And then last but not least, Dallin came out of retirement because he wanted to do 3 things. Bless 1 million people with better health, bless 1 million people with better wealth, and bless 1 million children in Africa with water. 2,200 children die every day in Africa because of waterborne illnesses. And we are doing that as a Viseo team. We've already drilled 60 wells. We've impacted over 135,000 children who are not going to die because of water issues, because Viseo is over there running 3 full-time drill teams. They're drilling wells by hand. That we employ local Africans. We're not shipping Americans over there to do their good deed. We are giving people jobs. And I honestly think that we, even though we're projected to be $1 billion company in around 2024, I firmly believe we will have impacted 1 million children in Africa before we hit that $1 billion mark. And you get to be a part of that. Okay, we also have convention. If this is on your radar, even for a little bit, make a weekend in Orlando your top priority and go get front row seats and see what this is about. And let's see if what I'm telling you about this company disrupting this market overnight, if it's really real, and it is, and you're gonna see it from somebody besides me. So definitely the hotels, you can go together, get some rooms together, and make this a really affordable trip. What are you waiting for today? So whoever invited you is going to send you an enrollment form like this. It shows you all the different intro packs over here on the left. So you can get started for wherever you're at. we say an appropriate order. If you're looking at this from a business standpoint, I highly encourage you to stretch your budget a little. I know it's Christmas, but stretch it, because you've seen the people on Shark Tank. They are not putting everything on the line because they're out $100 or $200. They have cashed in their retirement plans. They are doing everything in their power for success. And so I know that if you have a little on the line or more on the line than you'd like to, you will work harder. And that's where the magic happens. So, and remember those foundation packs. If anybody needs to hop on a call with me to answer those, I'm more than happy to. But the foundation packs over here are the ones that will get you that extra 2% attached to your account for life. I don't care if you come off auto ship. It doesn't matter. As long as your account's active and you renew every year $29 annually, you have that foundation bonus added to your account. That's priceless. And then this is the information we'll need. There's also individual products. You see there's a customer row, so you can have people that are interested in just products. They don't even have to pay a membership, $0. They can go to your website, and this is the price that they're going to pay, which is awesome. With your $49 membership, you're going to get the brand partner pricing, which is the absolute best pricing. So I just want to go over a couple of those things. If you have more questions, please reach out to me, and I'm going to figure out how to stop my screen share. Let's see. That takes us through everything. I really appreciate y'all hopping on and spending your Monday night with me and going through all this. I hope that it blessed you. Either maybe you're, like I said, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is what I've been looking for. Here we go. Get me on the phone with somebody. I want my spot and I want it now. The other thing I want to tell you about the foundation packs, whatever you come in on, it's your business expense. It's tax deductible. So I know as we're closing out the end of the year, we're looking for some tax deductions. So just know that that's there as well. And then maybe you have more questions. Please know that we are most passionate about getting you the results that you're wanting and partnering with you on that. And if later you find yourself sharing, then we make space for that as we go. But honestly, we just really want to help people and get people feeling better and equip people to live their best lives. So I appreciate all of you for hopping on. Thank you and have a good night.